is Free Radio. I'm Adam Wilborn. Very pleased to say, happily joining us on the show again, Mr. Matt Cardle. Hello.
How's it going, Adam? You well?
Yes, very good, sir. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
I still can't get over the fact that it's nearly 3 years since you won the X Factor.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Time flies. Now, we'll get onto the album, which is out this week in a minute, and the signing, of course, tomorrow. What's all this I've been reading in the papers over the last few days about you being a male escort? I thought I'd just get straight into it.
No messing about. I mean, look, I was on Alan Carr's Chatty Man last year, I think, or the year before, and it came up then because he's a naughty boy. Yeah, I was going out with somebody at the time who was, I was about to say Lady of the Night. That's completely the wrong thing to say. She was a stripper. This just happened to be what she did. I had no problems with what she did for a living. I'm a very liberal person. And she suggested, because I was jobless, that I tried a bit of male escorting. So I did, and it turns out it was a big internet con, and I was left in the Ramada in Reading, bit red-faced, with a payphone under my arm, and a long way back.
Oh, dear. It's one of those things, isn't it, where I remember what a friend of mine said once, that he was contemplating going into escorting. I think you could probably pull it off. My friend of mine, I was a bit like, yeah, you need to have, I don't know, certain qualities to maybe appeal as a male escort. So was it weird for you? Did you feel like you'd been stood up, or did it slowly sort of dawn on you what was happening?
No, it was funny. I mean, I went up there and I was waiting for this girl, or this woman, and she didn't turn up. And I was outside smoking, and a guy said, "Oh, what brings you here?" And I was like, and I thought, do I tell him? I thought, oh, funny story, really, mate. And he said, "Oh, mate, you've been stitched up." He said, "My mate got done by exactly the same thing last week." I was like, "Oh, you're kidding, really?" It's too good to be true. £300, 3 hours work, chatting away to some lady over dinner. I thought, I mean, the only reason I thought I could do it is because I don't mind talking to people. I'm quite relaxed. You know, I'll talk about anything to anyone. So I thought, yeah, I could do that. Turns out they were stitching me up.
Oh, gutted. Anyway, it's good to have you back in normal surroundings now. You are going to be at the Bullring HMV tomorrow from 6 p.m. doing an album signing. Nice to be meeting all your fans again, because you've been away for a while.
Yeah, I love my fans. You know, I really do. I've seen them periodically throughout the writing process, gigs and things like that. But, you know, I'm excited for them to be now hearing the album and to come along and tell me what they think about it.
I know we always get lots of tweets and stuff into the station, and certainly when I'm on air asking for your new stuff. When you meet your fans, have you ever had any like weird requests from fans? Because obviously they'll probably want a hug and a photo, but anything more than that?
Well, I mean, there was one or two fans that have got tattoos of things of mine. That sounds odd. Things I've written. And one of them wanted it in my handwriting, and I said, "You do realise I have the handwriting of, you know, an 8-year-old going on 12. It's not very neat and it's not very coherent." She said, "No, I want it in your hand." I was like, "Okay, fine."
I always think that whenever I hear about celebrities or fans getting celebrities' signatures done on their body, like they get it signed and then they get it tattooed over, and I always think I'd be panicking about it being my best signature.
Well, no, I've done that. I've done that too, and never have I been so, you know, under pressure to do my signature the best I've ever done it, you know, on this guy's wrist. But with the writing, it was across someone's chest, and the whole thing needed to be just rough and writing. So I was like, okay.
And if it's across someone's chest, I would assume it's slightly bumpy as well. So you no points lost for handwriting on that.
No, exactly.
Your fans are obviously, as you say, big fans of yours. They're very keen. I like the fact the other day that you Facebooked a photo of you broken down on the A1, and about 100 comments of people saying, "We'll come and pick you up if you want, Matt."
Bless them. It was very strange. It wasn't too far from where a friend of mine lives, so he got his local tow guy to come and help me out, and we were sat in the back of it. Well, we were lying down in his Audi, because you're not supposed to. Lying down on the back of this thing, getting pulled around. It felt ever so much like I was in a hearse, still alive, which is really strange.
Oh dear. Now, of course, you've been working on your new album. It's called Porcelain. It's out this week. Been listening to some of the album sampler online and stuff. Sounds fantastic. I mean, you just listen to a couple of the songs that have come off it, and they sound brilliant. One of which, of course, you worked with on Mel C, and you sang with. What was that like working with her?
Working on, Mel C.
Yes.
It was amazing to work with her. She's such a pro, and she's just such a lovely, lovely girl. Got so much time for her, so much love for that girl. I mean, it's just a great pop song, you know. Our voices have worked so well together, which is very lucky. I mean, that's just a luck of the draw thing. You never know what it's going to be like. You know, hers went brilliantly with Bryan Adams. Little did I know that, you know, being a massive Bryan Adams fan, that, you know, a few years down the line I'd be jumping in his shoes and duetting with Mel.
And how was it kissing her in the video? I suppose that's one thing. That's the perks of the job, I suppose.
It was very, very pleasant.
Now you've been all over with her performing as well. I saw you were performing in Germany. You've got a lot of fans obviously in this country, which makes sense. And the X Factor is very much a global brand. But I've seen you tweeting about, you know, like I said, performing in Germany, but then also people tweeting you back from like Poland and Paraguay and Denmark. You've got like worldwide fans.
Yeah, I mean, we've been pushing this quietly, you know, around the place, and people have been picking up on it, and slowly but surely. But now we've signed deals with labels all over the world. So, I mean, we're going to be pushing this really, really hard. So I can't wait to get out to all these countries. I mean, we're off to Poland day after tomorrow, I think. So yeah, I'm just super excited for everyone to hear it.
Wow. And speaking of, you know, international stardom, you performed at Miss World. How was that?
It was amazing. Just being there was incredible. I felt very lucky, very honoured. I was there with Blue. I give the boys a shout out. They're absolutely awesome dudes. Really mean that. And yeah, I just had an amazing time.
What was it like sort of backstage at a place like that then? Because it's all, you know, it seems such a big occasion, yeah. It
was absolutely beautiful. Every 3.5 seconds you turn around and there's, oh look, there's Miss Philippines, isn't she beautiful? And hi, hello Mrs. this and that. It was amazing.
And you mentioned the lads from Blue. You went out partying post Miss World and had by the sounds of it, quite a good night with those lads.
Yeah, I mean, they're good fun. They are great fun, and we had a giggle. We had a real giggle. I took things too far and fell over, as I do often, but, you know, there you go.
And was it a bit of late night swimming or early morning swimming I read about?
I think it was late night / early morning / pretty dangerous. Won't be doing that again.
Whatever you've read about Matt doing, don't try it at home, kids. He's experienced professional of naked swimming, late night, whatever. So next natural question, I suppose, to ask you, as a result of, you know, doing all these performances, is the tour. I've seen you've been talking about sort of planning the route over the last few weeks. And when can we find out about you coming around the UK?
We are going to be touring around the UK and Ireland in 2014 in April. We need to lock in the dates and the venues, so just look out for that on my website, mattcardlemusic.com, my Facebook, and my Twitter, Matt_Cardle_UK.
Very much looking forward to that. And before that, you are going to Wembley to perform with your old school choir. How much are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I can't wait. A friend of mine, my music teacher, Adrian, got in touch with me and said, the kids are doing this, would you come along? And of course I said yes.
Is that one of those things where an old teacher you still just sort of go, yes, sir, and then think, no, actually, I'm an adult now, but I still do want to do this?
No, we were mates, you know. He's been such an inspiration for me, and, you know, we're really close, and he's just great.
Fantastic. Well, we can't wait to see you around these parts, hopefully in April, as you said, next year. You're going to be at the Bullring HMV tomorrow from 6 p.m, signing all sorts of body parts, hopefully.
It will be great fun.
And the album Porcelain is out this week. Go and get it. His voice is just phenomenal. And we are going to stick on your current single, which is, I remember first playing it on the show and thinking, wow, this is just one of those songs that instantly sticks a smile on your face. Matt, we're going to stick on When You Were My Girl on Free Radio right now. Do you want to introduce it?
Yeah, thank you so much for the support, everyone. Here's my brand new single. This is When You Were My Girl.